What up, people? It is Emmanuel for Altenor Media, back with another power review. Sorry I wasn't here for last week's Tommy episode, but I was out and, you know, you know how it be, Saturday night I was out, so I couldn't get to it, but we back for the Tate episode, and we're going to be back for the last episode, of course. So let's get right into it. This Tate episode was pretty good. We started off at Tate was drunk and he was all fucked up. You know, his campaign is basically over, so he's at the bar and all. And we meet. First of all, Tate reaches out to what we now know is Cedric the Entertainer. And he's the one who sent Cedric the Entertainer to go kill, well, whatever his character name is, to go kill Ghost when Ghost and Tommy were, having their little squabble. So we finally, for sure, know that it was Tate who sent Cedric the Entertainer after. So Tate ends up at his brother's house. Now we meet Tate's brother. Of course, his brother is also an NYPD officer. Tate is a former officer and all that. So Tate is really Tate is going through it. He is going, because it's all over for him. The thing with Tate is, like, he has no wife, he has no family. So his political career, that's everything to him. And we get a glimpse of that later on in the episode when his brother tells him that, he's gotten everything. And he hasn't really had to work hard for it. And Tate tells his brother that, man, you got the family, you got the wife, you got the kid, you got, the pension and all that. So that really lets us know that Tate, all he has is his political career. So that gives us insight into exactly why this dude is going crazy and willing to go to the crazy lengths that he went to either get revenge or save his career. So, of course, Tate hits Cedric the Entertainer to kill James. And then when Tate, he says he's tired of seeing James. If he sees James one more time, he's just going to flip. And he ends up seeing the news report that James is going to be he's running for lieutenant governor. So that sends him over the edge even just crazy more. So, Tate meets up with Cedric the Entertainer's character, who he called to kill James. But at this point, he changes his mind. He doesn't want to kill James. So he tries to stop Cedric the Entertainer. But him and his son, they done drove all the way from D.C., I'm guessing. Yeah, D.C., right? So, and they're telling Tate, like, we came all this way. It's either we gonna kill whoever you originally called us to kill, or we gonna kill you. Of course, Tate is choosing his ass over James. So the killing is back on. But Tate, he has some redeeming qualities. So he goes to James originally and he tries to warn James that, he tells James he made a terrible mistake. He doesn't even get into detail. That's when James just rips into his ass. Like, even when we first saw that in the previous episode, it was just crazy how James just sunned Tate in that moment. And in this episode, we see the full interaction between these two based on that, that scene. And James, like, he held nothing back. He was just going at Tate. Like Ghost was on some other shit. His ego was, like, way the fuck up there. He was wilding, though. So that time, first Tate tried to warn him about the dude coming to kill him. Ghost shut him the fuck down. And then even after that, he still tried to warn James again about Tariq, that the feds were on to Tariq. James shut his ass down again. And James told him, get your ass out of my motherfucking club. So Tate tried to warn him twice. Even after the first time he went in on Tate. Tate tried to warn him. So Ghost was asking for this shit. He was asking for it. Ghost was just like, Ghost was bugging. So now we know his career is over, but he goes to the coffee shop, and the waitress recognizes him. Then the other waitress recognizes him, and then all of the customers recognize him. So everybody's giving Tate love. So now we see that even though Tate his career is over, he still has the love of the city behind him. So now he knows this is not over. So he's still trying to find his way back into it. He doesn't have the support of the Democratic Party, but he still has the support of a lot of people. So Tate goes to Tasha and, tries to get Tasha to flip on James, because James is the one, he's on the ticket with Lorette Walsh. James is her ticket to win it. So if he can get rid of James, then he can neutralize Walsh and all that. So he tries to get Tasha to flip on James, and he tells Tasha that James is gonna flip, or he's gonna give up Tariq. So you need to do something about it. And he tells Tasha something interesting. He tells her, she says, he basically tells Tate that James can't be stopped. And he tells her, like, you wouldn't even, try to stop him to save your own son. So that's something to just keep in mind. So now we get to see the other side of the scene from Cedric the Entertainer's character's perspective when he goes to kill James, and then him and Tommy have that shootout with them and all that. So they have the shootout, and Cedric the Entertainer is killed. His son survives, so now he goes back to Tate's brother's house, and he's basically trying to kill Tate because he blames Tate for his father dying. So he tells Tate that he's going to take Tate inside the brother's house, and he's going to kill Tate's entire family in front of him so he could feel what he felt, being that his father died. Tate was like, nah, I'm not going in that house. We're going to stay right here. So Tate is like, you're going to have to kill me. And so now we see a lot of Tate street side in this episode. And we see Tate in the hoodie for most of the episodes. Tate is in the hoodie. So Tate is like street, he's trying to survive. He's in survival mode this episode. So Tate's brother ends up killing the dude. Boom. That's another way, because the theme of the episode is really how lucky Tate is in a reversal of fortune, which is, I think the title of the episode, how his fortune is changing and how everything, he's just a lucky dude. Everything just happens to fall into place for him. And this is one of the things, because either the dude was going to kill him, kill his family, or just be a loose end that could potentially come back to Tate. And now his brother killed him. Boom. So now Tate goes, he hires Dre to kill James, of course. So now, let's go back a little bit. So since Tate's brother killed the dude, now he brings Tate into the police station for questioning. And it's at that point when Tate is at the police station that Ghost gets shot at Truth. So again, Tate is lucky because he has that's a good ass alibi. You're at the police station when the shooting happens. So it's hard to believe that, you had anything to do with it. But his brother is skeptical. His brother feels that Tate has something to do with everything that's going on. So Tate, he ends up going to the scene of Truth with the police officers, and ends up giving a live interview with some big news station, and that ends up helping him. The way he just pulled off that whole crazy speech, and he was quoting Bible verses. This dude Tate was like he was ready. So again, he's lucky as hell at that moment that he did that interview, that the police even brought him back to the scene. He's lucky. So he gives he makes a great statement on live TV, live news. That's another notch for him. So, and now we're going to see soon after that, at his brother's house, the Democratic Party spokesperson, that dude who's always hanging around now, he visits with Lorette Walsh. Now that Ghost is dead, she doesn't have that black running mate. So what they propose is that Tate be her new black running mate. Now Tate knows he got the upper hand on that shit now. So he switches up on them when they come see him. He tells her that he's not going to run with her. He's going to run, he's running on his own. He's going to end up running against her. So now Lorette Walsh is like, she's tripping. She mad as hell. But the DNC dude he ends up backing Tate. So again, and the crazy thing is how lucky Tate is that James is dead. So that opens up, because the theme of running thing in this episode was that Tate's career is over. There's no chance. There's no chance for him to get back in this election, or basically any election in the upcoming years. And for James to end up being dead at this moment is just, Tate is a lucky motherfucker. It was just meant to be. So Tate is the candidate again. He announces it in the church, and he gives some kind of like sermon type speech in that church, where and he just unites all of New York. And you see that he's saying stuff now that's really speaking to all types of people, all types of races and genders. So now he's really branching out. So it looks like Tate is becoming a force, and he has the full support of the Democratic Party. So after that, and Tate, he gets his revenge on Ramona, as when he was giving that speech. Yo, Ramona face was mad as hell. She was salty as fuck when he was giving that speech. That this dude, Tate was out for blood still. So after his speech, he announced that he has the Democratic Party's endorsement. He goes to interview with a reporter asks him for an interview, and they ask him, was him choosing James St. Patrick, an example of his poor judgment, because he chose James St. Patrick, and then he told them that he ain't even know James St. Patrick. It was not that he didn't know James St. Patrick, but he told the reporter that it was Ramona who brought James into the fold to be his lieutenant governor. So it was a bad look on Ramona's part. And then this nigga Tate told them that that Ramona was sleeping with James, while he's married. Yo, this dude Tate was out for blood. So he gets back with Candace, I think her name is. And, again, a reversal of fortune. He got everything he wanted. He hit it again, Candace, and then Ramona showed up. And she mad as hell because her career is basically over because she had that little affair. So Tate got his revenge. He ended her. And one thing he told, Ramona tried to congratulate him, and he told her, what he told her, you should have never bet against me, boo. So he ended her. And then Candace, I guess Candace was thinking that she was going to be with Tate and ride with Tate all the way to the state house, like it was suggested earlier. But Tate done kicked her out. He told her she could split an Uber with Ramona, who just came over. So Tate done got his revenge off on everybody, and he made out clean so far. And another thing about Tate is that Dre ended up being burned alive. So that's another dude that could tie him to some illegal shit, to some dangerous shit that's dead. So that's another way. Tate is lucky once again. All of his loose ends are being tied up so far, and he's back in the safe house, something that was impossible. He told God to send him a miracle, and a crazy miracle. Tate ended up making out. Tate won. That nigga won. That was his goal the governor was his goal from the beginning. Now his campaign is stronger now than it ever was, despite going through all that. His campaign is rock strong. So, and it's crazy. Simon was kind of like, that was Ghost's boy, and Ghost is dead. Simon he ain't even thinking about Ghost right now. He's already like on the Tate train right now. So that's how you know that shit is all business. It's all business. He ain't even worried about James. So at the end of the episode, we see a news report that they got the suspected killer of James St. Patrick. And when Tate hears that, he looks a little shook and intrigued. And then when they show the killer's face, we don't see the face. He's like, oh, he's shocked. He's like, oh shit. So I'm guessing next week it all comes to an end. We're gonna find out exactly who shot Ghost. We got 3 candidates left. Well, 3 suspects left, 3 prospective killers left. And Tasha, the wife, who been cheated on, left, mushed, and all that shit. We got the neglected son, who acting out and all that, badass Tariq. And then we got the shamed FBI agent. So, three suspects left. We gonna find out exactly who did it. Now, apparently, episode 14 and 15 were leaked, but I ain't trying to watch it. Yeah, I'm trying to be shocked just like everybody else. I'm trying to watch it in real time. It's better that way. So, Yeah, so can't wait till this last episode. I'm not sure if it's gonna air next week, but damn, we really at the end of Power, man. It's been a long, great journey with this show, and it's really coming to an end. We really lost Jane St. Patrick, but the good thing is we got a couple of spinoffs already confirmed. Then I think they confirmed the Tommy spinoff, kind of. 50 did. So anyway, let me know what you thought about this episode, the Tate episode. Like, are you happy that Tate made out good? Were you rooting for Tate? You know, I like Tate. Tate was a good addition to the show when they made it make sense. And it looks like since he's governor, we may see him in some capacity in one of the other series. So anyway, make sure you let's discuss this episode. Make sure you share this video. Like the video. Share it with your fellow Power fans and all that stuff. I mean, subscribe to the channel, please. And I'm working on doing reviews for other shows also, just like this. I know The Chi is coming back soon. Sikora is coming soon. Y'all let me know what other shows are like that y'all watching right now that y'all think I should be reviewing. Alright, anyway, I'm gonna catch y'all next week for another Power review. It's always a pleasure with y'all. Y'all already know. I'm out. Peace.